YouTubers. Matt here again. I told you I was going to build a 20 twisted 26 gauge dual coil setup here. This is being built on my Tobacco Dark Horse clone um, and Stingray with the eFest 18650 battery in it, 35 amp. So I just wanted to show you, kick my ohm reader on. Well, it might still be a little bit warm, but it's reading at, it's kind of flashing between 0.20 and 0.21. So I'm guessing it's probably closer to 21, seeing as it doesn't have a third decimal place. And when it's jumping between two numbers like that, it usually means that it's jumping between 0.209 and 0.21. So that's usually what that means. If you see it jumping like that, go with the higher number because that's usually your closest value. Um, yeah, so we might as well get this thing spun onto our mod, which is right here. And we'll just spin it off of this one. And we can, I already checked it and tightened all the coils up and everything. So they are both firing great now. Always make sure your lock is off before you set it down. Um, or if you have a different style, make sure that you're not accidentally holding the button or whatever. Just make damn sure you're not doing that because I've seen horrible things happen. I've seen them burn them out instantly and melt coils off, and oh, it's ugly. Uh, Joys of learning how to do this. So you grab a chunk of wicking material. I use organic Japanese cotton when I'm doing this. So you have to, there's little bits and pieces in it that you probably have to pick out. I've already gone through these two pieces. Um, Usually they come in little flat pieces. Actually, here I'll show you. They come in a little baggie like this, and I think the baggie's like, I don't know, it's probably like $4, $3 or something like that. And I can usually wick quite a few things with it. It's fairly thick as you see each piece, so I usually cut it a little bit bigger than the diameter of the hole that that goes through the coil here. Usually cut it a little bit wider, sometimes double the width because you can always trim it down. And then I usually split it right down the middle in half. And then I pick through it and then I roll it up like a joint pretty much to get it a nice round, to get it nice and round, kind of like that. So we'll go ahead and do this. Now, everyone seems to have their own way. I've seen hundreds of YouTube videos on wicking and stuff like that. This is the method that works best for me. I usually take one end and do two fingertips and I just roll the crap out of it so that you get a nice thin piece like that, and then just poke it through till you get it out the other side, pull it through, done. Now I'll do the other side. We'll just double check this. Ooh, got some clumped up material on that end, so, and that's most of the end I'm going to be keeping. And roll her up nice and tight, poke through, pull her in. That one's not too bad. Alright. Now once we're down to this stage, some people like to cram so much in there that it's hard to do anything with it. So I'm not one of those guys. I usually cut it off of the end that I twisted just because it gets all your finger oils and all that stuff off. And I usually cut it about a 1/4 inch outside of each end. I'll usually leave a little bit. I figure you can always trim it off and make it shorter, but if you go too short right off the bat, you're in trouble. So we'll get this tucked down. Now, one thing nice about these tobacco clones is they have a gap right in the side here. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a gap right in here. And I find it's really nice because when you take this piece on this end, if you leave too much, you can actually cheat and a little bit and tuck it around like that. Kind of hard to do. Once you juice, I usually get it to, about where I'm happy if I fight with it. A little bit of yeast juice does wonders. Like, you'd be surprised what you can get, what you can accomplish with just squirting a little bit of e-juice on it. So, I might be a little lacking on the wick, but this is a new build for me. It's gonna be a fairly hot build. So we're gonna go with a little bit of King's Cream by Darkside Creations. And we'll just soak it down really good here. Make sure you get it in each of those coils. You don't want burnt cotton taste. It will be disgusting. So I usually go overboard on the first time doing this, so but not that big a deal. Paper towels cheap. Clean everything up. So I gotta say, well, let's see. And she fires pretty good. So, now that we have that, we are going to, let's, seems like it's firing decently. We'll just squirt a little more juice on here just to be safe, because I had a couple dry hits by accident the other day just because must have been groggy, not paying attention. So we're going to just double check our posts here. Yeah, and apparently I broke my other screwdriver, so I had to use a flat to take this off, so I'm being really careful with it, and I bought extra screws just in case, but I know it's really bad practice to do that, but oh well. Make do with what you got. Alright, well there's the top on it. And she's ready to go. Well, let's back the camera up here, and then you can see how it hits. And I am way out of focus because this webcam is older than I am. Alright. Yeah, good smoke off of that. Good smoke. It's a fairly hot build, so you gotta keep watching because it will heat your vape up quite a bit. Ooh, and I kind of don't have the top on very good. Yeah, fantastic. This, good flavor, good flavor. I have a feeling that because it's such a hot build, that it's going to actually crush the juice pretty bad with this. So, but we'll try it out for the day here and see what it, see how many how many vapes I get off of it every time, and we'll go from there. See what it's like. I usually leave my airflows wide open on a build like this. You want as much air flowing through those coils to keep them cooled down and pull all the vapor off because you got a hot build. So this almost isn't enough airflow on it, but it's making do. One that you probably could build on is one like this. It's a fixed hole one. I don't even know what brand it is. I just told them that I needed one just for practicing on and trying stuff out on so that I could build one good one. Now this one has the same twisted 26 gauge coil in it, but this is a single and this is a dual. So this one, I noticed you get a lot of pulls off of it every time. Every time you juice it up, you get probably 12 to 15 pulls off of it from my experience so far with that one. And it's lasted pretty good. The flavor is amazing. This one, the flavor's quite good. I think I don't know if the single gauge might actually have a beat for flavor. But vape-wise, getting a big cloud with a decent amount of flavor, this one is actually pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, if you have any questions on this build that I did, comments, suggestions, Remember, I am a beginner at doing this stuff, so I might not use the right lingo or anything like that. Um, but you want to, or if you have questions about Ohm's law or something like that, I did take, uh, I went through apprenticeship to be an electrician, so I know Ohm's law off by heart. My math tells me that this build is right around the 21 amp mark, and I have a 35 amp capable battery in it, so your battery is going to be safe. So if you have a 20 amp battery and you're going to do this dual twisted 26 gauge Kanthol build, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna be trying to draw too much amps from the battery. The battery's gonna overheat and it may even explode. So if yeah, so like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever. If anything that I said here doesn't quite sit right with you or anything, please send me a private message and we'll correct it or talk about it or whatever. Yeah, so hit that like and subscribe button and hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks, YouTubers, and I will see you again on my next build.